What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to It Takes Three. I'm here today with Bryce and myself, obviously.
It takes two.
Takes two this week. This week we're wanting to talk about some movies, some of our favorite movies. Wow, some of our favorite.
You're keeping that in. You're keeping that in there.
It's gonna stay in there, man. YJ strikes again. So some of our favorite movies and some upcoming movies. I need to start doing like vocal exercises. See, there we go again. Before I start doing this stuff, I'm just done. I'm done. Oh wow.
Typical
I don't know
Monday.
why. Why did we start a podcast with a guy with a speech impediment? You know, like
And the guy who can't gets distracted by everything.
yeah. It's all good though. It's all good. So, last week we started talking about movies some, and we are like, man, let's dedicate a whole episode to it. If we would have done this last year,
Before we do that, also, if you want a good laugh, rewatch our last week's episode and go to minute 28.
so I didn't know how comfortable you were with exposing that. Because I want to
don't
make a
care at this
video.
point.
Okay, I want to make a video of just that. So on our YouTube video, we're gonna probably make a short video. At one point where Bryce was laughing, but it cut out the first part of his laugh and just kept the last part. So it sounds like this weird moan, just out of nowhere.
The bad part is it was on speaker view, so you couldn't see what I was doing. So
Yeah, so we'll clip that and put it on
man.
YouTube for our 9 listeners. Now we moved up from 7 to 9. My mom never texts me the keywords. I don't think she's listening. So I had
people from the Philippines.
we do have 2% of our listeners are from the Philippines, which I love, man. I love the Philippines. I've never been, but they have some banging food. They have this thing called lupias. Yeah, like spring roll type things. Oh my gosh, man. They are back in Rock Hill. We used to have this place called Tropical Escape, and it was run by a Filipino lady, and she had like Philippine food. And it was, dude, my favorite food is Filipino food. My favorite food. And so as one of my favorite countries is the Philippines. I want to go there so bad one day. The people are so loving, and so I have a lot of Filipino friends too. They're cool, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, so if we would have done this podcast about movies a year ago, I wouldn't have had a lot to say because I used to really be into TV shows and that was it, you know? And I still haven't seen a lot of classic movies, but this past year, me and Brandy, I guess because of the pandemic, started watching a lot of movies at home. Started watching some, we rewatched all the Marvel movies. I rewatched them. Brandy's never seen them. I got my Shield hoodie on.
Oh, nice. I've seen the end game. I think that's it.
Oh, really? Oh, dude,
Yeah.
watch them all, man.
Don't blame on it. I never got like Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings either.
Now, those I really got into, especially Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter, and they're coming out with a TV series version. Well, they might be. HBO Max and Warner Brothers are in talks, and so people are thinking they might be coming out with a TV series of Harry Potter. So I'm pretty excited about that. I think it'll do well. I hope it does well, but I love Harry Potter. Love it.
Yeah.
But Lord of the Rings, that was another one we watched. I've seen bits and pieces, and I think I've seen all of them. But this year's first year we watched it with captions on. Listen, if you're not watching movies or TV shows without captions, like you are missing a lot. Like honestly, like it is game changing. I mean,
I just feel like I
crazy.
focus on the words. I feel like I focus on the words more than the show itself.
I thought that at first too, but I think you get over it. Yeah, it becomes good. But Lord of the Rings made so much more sense with captions on. It was it was good. We trying to think some other ones we watched. Like I said, all of the Marvel like the superhero movies. We started with Captain America and went all the way to Endgame. It was good. One of our favorites is Black Panther, and today's the beginning of Black History Month. So I guess it's right.
Yeah.
We should mention Black Panther. I think that was a great, because there's
Mhm.
not a lot of black-led superhero movies.
I never saw it, but I do. I do know that it did a lot for that community. I mean, I also thought it was cool because the guy basically grew up around where we were at one point.
Yeah, he's from Anderson. Yeah, and it's tragic, man. Chadwick Boseman is passed away. I mean, that was really hard,
Because nobody knew.
even for viewers,
Yeah, nobody knew. I mean,
No,
that he had
such a strong
cancer.
guy. He kept on
Yeah,
going. He
yeah,
wasn't like he could have been like, "Oh, I got cancer. Feel sorry for me," and blah blah blah. He's like, "No, I'm gonna keep on going, man."
hmm
He's such a cool guy, from what I understand. I never really knew him, but
yeah.
from
We weren't on a name to name
stories,
basis.
no, just pass by his church sometimes.
Yeah. What type of movies do you generally watch, like genre wise?
So lately, we've been getting into action movies.
Hmm
We just finished watching John Wick. That was really good. I enjoyed John
Was it?
Wick. Yeah, me and Brandy both watched that. It definitely has some language in it, but
I
it
can
was good.
imagine.
The storyline was good. The We like fantasy too. We watched all
Hmm
the Star Wars this past year. That was good.
So, speaking of, I never gotten that either. I'm just not. I don't know. I guess I'm just a weird dude. Which is what it is. But are there like controversy over which order to watch those in?
So we did starting with episode 1, even though that was like, it wasn't the first Star Wars that came out, but
Mhm.
for Brandy to comprehend it, and she wanted to be like, all right, she said, I don't understand, like, who are these people they're talking about in the fourth movie? Why are we starting with the
Yeah.
fourth movie? And she didn't understand. So we started with episode 1 with captions on, which again made a lot more sense. So what kind of movies, if you don't like Star Wars, Harry Potter, stuff like that, what kind of movies do you watch?
It honestly depends. I guess like adventure in a way. One of my favorite movies is Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Have you ever seen that movie?
I haven't even heard of that
That's a
movie.
real good movie. So that's like Ben Stiller's usually in the comedy, but like this was like one of his best I've ever seen. It wasn't a comedy. It was just spoiler alert. If you don't want to hear about it, skip the next couple minutes. um, but if you don't want me to tell you the spoiler, I won't.
No, tell me. That's fine.
So it's just about this guy who works for Time Magazine. They end up getting bought out by a company that's going all internet basis. And so he's like has this one project. He's trying to find like the cut. He always what's it called? You're in the red room with photography. Develop. He always developed pictures for
Okay.
the Time Magazine final, like the covers and stuff. And the last one, the guy who always got pictures from was like, here, this number will be the best, and like put it on a little canister he got. Well, the picture's not in there, and so, but inside the thing, he there's like a gift that the dude gives him. It's a wallet, and so he like goes on all these adventures. Um, he also it starts off with him like got eHarmony saying he's never done anything adventurous. Well, he ends up traveling to all these different countries trying to find the guy to get that picture from him to develop. Um, ends up he's finally finds the guy, and the guy's like, "Do you not like my gift I sent you?" He's like, "What do you mean?" He said it was in there the whole time. And so he like ended up throwing the wallet away, goes back, gets the wallet, um, finds the picture, develops it, or he doesn't develop it. He gives it to the new owner because he gets fired, and he's like, "Here, you wanted the last cover. Here it is. You do it." And it ended up being the guy Walter, a picture of him sitting by a fountain, like inspecting a photo to like develop it. And so like he's the I don't know, it's crazy. It's hard to explain, but it's a really good movie.
What is it called?
The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Yeah, sounds dumb. No, just joking.
It's really good. I also love I also love throwbacks like the Goonies. Love the Goonies.
So I watched The Goonies for the first time this past year. I mean, it was good. I
What?
liked it. Yeah, I'd never seen it before. I'd never seen any of the classics really. Like, I'd never seen The Godfather, never seen Terminator, Predator. All those are like just come to mind skins in Fortnite here recently. But any of those classics and stuff like that, I've never really
You ever
seen.
watch like? Go ahead.
I was gonna say one of my favorite movies. Speaking of throwbacks, is Three Ninjas. You ever seen that?
Yes,
Dude,
all
right?
three of
Why
them.
is that not like why are
Why
more
was it
people not
impossible
talking
to
about
find
it?
to watch?
Yes, I mean that was great.
The only ones on Netflix is like the second one. I'm like, where's the first one?
I didn't even know the second one was on Netflix.
I think so. I could
Where
be
they go to
wrong, but I think.
Japan?
Oh, that's the second one. Then it's the third one.
What's the third one? The Indian reservation one?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That one's okay. I liked it.
Isn't that or I thought that was the second and the Japan was third.
You might be right.
I don't know. Dude, that was my favorite movie growing up. Like, by far my favorite movie.
Oh
I really
yeah.
love them.
Yeah, there's another one called Surfing Ninjas. Have you ever seen that? You've seen that? That's
Oh,
like
yeah.
I feel like that's like not a popular movie at all. You know? I
Do you
like
remember
that
the
one.
one they came out with one after like the original Three Ninjas? I think it was called Three Ninjas still, but it's like one of those where it's like completely different characters, and it's just you think it ruins it. But this one was like with Hulk Hogan in it.
Hulk Hogan, yeah, in the
Yeah.
adventure part. I never seen that one because
Yes,
it's different
that
characters.
one's a pretty good one. Yeah,
So if
It's
Tom
a pretty
Tom's
good
not in
one.
it, I don't want to watch it.
True. I mean,
Yeah. But yeah, Three
Did you ever-
Ninjas, man. I love those.
oh yeah. Did you ever watch like the Adam Sandler movies back in the '90s? Like Big
Some of them.
Daddy, Billy
I've seen-
Madison.
I've seen Big Daddy. I've seen what's the one where he becomes rich?
Mr. Deeds.
Yeah, I've seen that one. That one was good. It's like he becomes rich
Probably.
and he goes to the dot or McDonald's, orders off like not the dollar menu, but orders like a
Yeah.
combo. Remember when it's like I guess he got his money from his dead uncle and he was like frozen or something like
Yeah.
that, and he opens the casket and his uncle sits up because he's like frozen or whatever. I don't know.
Did you ever see I think one of his first ones like Little Nicky. That one's funny.
I never seen Little Nicky. I never seen
about him-
what's
So
the
him
golfing
being like
one?
the son of Satan. Oh, Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, I never seen that either.
It's a classic.
So some movies that are coming up that I'm excited about, and one that just came to mind because I was about to tell you that we watched a bunch of Godzilla movies this past year. You ever seen those?
I heard there was a new one. I hadn't, but I heard they're coming out with a new one.
Yeah, the Godzilla versus
King
Kong.
Kong, right?
Yes, dude, that
I've seen King
seems
Kong
really
before.
cool. Yeah, I haven't seen King Kong. We need to watch those before they come out.
Yeah.
But it should be coming out like at the end of March or something like that.
Oh, wow, that's
I'm excited
soon.
about that. Yeah. And then Coming to America, there's a second one coming. I just saw Coming to America a couple months ago.
I need to watch that one. I think I've seen bits and pieces. I don't know if I've seen it all the way through.
With Eddie Murphy. Yeah, it's good. It's so good. There's
He had
a new
some good
Disney
movies as
one.
well.
Oh yeah. Dr. Dolittle. I love that movie, dude.
Daddy
That was him,
Daycare.
right? Daddy Daycare was good. Yeah. Disney's coming out with one. I think it's Disney. It's like Raya and the Lost Dragon. Have you seen that?
That would be Disney. They make a lot of movies about dragons.
I'm down with
Well,
that.
didn't they make How to Train a Dragon, or was that somebody else?
That's not Disney. Is it Pixar?
No.
I don't know. Who makes that? A Mortal Kombat movie's coming out like late April or mid-April.
How do you make a movie about that?
Dude, did you not watch the ones in the 90s? The Mortal Kombat movies? Oh, they were so good. There was like two of them. They're really good.
Really?
Yeah, I really like them. The soundtracks, man, I would put on the soundtrack.
Isn't it a game?
Yeah, it's a game. But like it's a movie. It could be a movie too. Or not, it was a movie too, but the game came first, obviously. But the soundtrack, man, I could put on that soundtrack and I'd just be fighting invisible people, man. And it's it's crazy, man.
That's how it was with Three Ninjas.
Yeah, right, man. I thought it was the stuff. 9-year-old RJ, you could find me in the yard fighting invisible people, listening to Mortal Kombat and the Power Rangers theme song. You
I
know,
always wanted like a replica robe and mask from the Three Ninjas. Always.
oh, yeah, I would get bathrobes and stuff like that. You know, like
Yeah.
some other movies. A Black Widow movie's coming out. That seems to be pretty good. and I ain't gonna do any spoilers for that one, but I'm just kind of confused how they're gonna do that. Um, I don't. Do you watch scary movies?
Oh, I love scary movies. I don't
I
watch them by
hate them.
myself though. I can't watch them by myself. I can't, but I'll watch them.
Dude,
Um,
I hate them. I just I don't know. I just don't watch
really?
scary movies. Yeah, like if I
I
watch something
like.
scary throughout the day, like honestly, before I go to bed, I have to watch like cartoons or something. Like,
Well, that's how I am. If I watch it by myself, like I have to watch like an episode of Family Guy or something before I go to bed.
yeah.
Like I can't just go to sleep on that. I like suspenseful movies or like movies that make you think. There's one
Ooh,
called There's one called The Gift that's out on Netflix. That's a good one.
is it scary?
Yeah, somewhat, but it's mostly like psychological. Like yet, it like you have to read into the person and like
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Now, we watched the Da Vinci Code. That one was
Is that a
good.
good one?
Yeah,
Was it?
obviously theology's wrong. It's not true, stuff like that. They were
Yeah.
talking about how Jesus had a wife now named Mary Magdalene and stuff like that. Obviously not true.
No.
That was Mary Magdalene was a real person, but not Jesus' wife. But the but it was they have like three movies with that. And it's really good. It's like solving puzzles
Is
and
it?
stuff like that. Is that kind of how the gift is?
Well, this one's kind of like spoiler. There's like couple moves into this new neighborhood, and like this guy, he was like, "Oh, hey," and calls like the husband's name. And he's like, "Do I know you?" And he's like, "Yeah, we went to high school together." And
So try telling me without spoiling it because I want to watch it.
and so basically, this dude becomes a weirdo. Um, and so he like does all these things, and they think they're going over to his house. Ends up it's not his house, and like all these different things. They end up having a kid, and you think it's the husband's, and in the end, it's not. It's just it's crazy.
Okay. Okay. Now,
I can't say more without giving away.
you ever seen Top Gun?
Some of it. I don't know if I've
So
seen it all the way
there's a
through.
new Top Gun coming out in like
Is
July or
there?
something. But see, like the people, I have a lot of friends at church who are like pilots because I live near Air Force Base, so they
Mm-hmm.
fly F-15s and stuff. And they're like, when I told them I've never seen Top Gun, dude, they lost their crap. They're like, "What are you talking about? Like, you have to watch Top Gun." So I watched it. It was pretty cool. I didn't. I mean, it was cool for like the action part, but the romance in it was kind of weird. But the it's I'm excited about this new Top Gun. I'm okay with that. I'm oh, Space Jam is coming out. Space Jam
I know.
2.
I don't know how I feel about. I'm not the biggest LeBron fan, so I don't know how I feel about this.
I'm down with LeBron. He's okay. But I mean the
I
original
love it.
Space Jam.
Oh, you can't beat it. Can't beat it.
Yes. No, man, that is
Soundtrack to
awesome.
that one too.
Yes. Oh man, that's a lot of my workout soundtracks or playlists or like stuff like that. Like music from the '90s, I guess. The Space
Oh yeah.
Jam, Mortal Kombat, Power Rangers.
I
So
loved Power Rangers. You know what one movie I never got the hype about? Like people hyped up like, oh, it's one of the best movies, and I just didn't. Titanic.
I didn't like it either. That's like 4 hours
Just
of.
yeah, and it's just
Now I
I
like the
don't.
history of the Titanic.
Yeah, I do too. But like the movie itself, I don't know. It was I don't know.
Now me and Brandy started watching James Bond movies. Did you get into those?
I got into some of them. The only one that I can remember right now that I watched all the way through was Skyfall. That was
Yeah.
Daniel Craig. That
Yeah.
was a pretty good one.
Yeah, I like that because it Casino Royale like kind of restarted the franchise, rebooted the franchise. So I like that Christopher Craig, his series with it. I also like the other ones too. Like GoldenEye. I played that on a
Mhm.
Nintendo 64.
Oh
So watch
yeah,
it. The movie
dude.
is
Heck yes.
is crazy. You ever watched Mission Impossible?
I don't know if I have it. I don't think I have.
Really? I've seen a
Like I've seen
couple
a
of them.
lot. Like I've seen a lot of movies, but at the same time, I haven't. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, yeah, I get you. The what about the Bourne series?
I haven't.
It's like a secret agent type thing too. I like the secret agent stuff.
Another scary suspenseful movie I forgot about is called The Boy. That one is crazy.
I never saw the
It
boy.
is. It's about like a doll, but like you think all this stuff's happening, you think like the doll's possessed and stuff, but at the end, oh, it throws you for a loop. It is crazy.
Oh man. See, I don't
And
do
then,
suspenseful stuff, man, or like scary stuff.
oh, dude, it is awesome. And then there's one called Before I Wake. That one is scary.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
this is about this foster kid who, like, every time he goes to sleep, he has these dreams about this. He calls him the Canker Man. Spoiler, by the way. Are you gonna watch it?
No.
Okay, I figured. But like he calls it the Canker Man, and he dreams, and like this dude, the Canker Man, kills people in real life, even but his dreams are controlling it, and so he like takes all these pills not to sleep, and end up in the movie like Canker Man comes and like it looks weird as can be. Ends up that canker is actually cancer, and he has it because his mom died of cancer, and that's why he's in foster care. And so he said the Canker Man killed my mom.
It was cancer that killed his mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a good movie. It's just it's suspenseful for sure.
Yeah. Okay. The I'm trying to look up I'm trying to think of some other movies that I've never seen.
I'm gonna look up and see what the top movies of all time.
That's what I was just looking up. You ever seen Brokeback Mountain?
No, have you?
No.
I was hoping not. Oh my god.
I mean, no matter what you believe, from what I understand, that's just a weird movie all around. You know, like
Yeah,
it was
I don't know how
it
you
didn't make
can
sense.
Yeah, that's just not my type of thing.
You know what I didn't like? Avatar. I wasn't a big fan of
never saw
Avatar.
it. I'm not a big fan of long movies. The last long movie I saw was Benjamin Button, and it was too long. It was ridiculous, and I don't even know if it was that good, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I could see how, like I like the premise of it, the idea of it, but yeah, long movies, you have to keep my attention. Now, what about the Batman movies, like The Dark Knight and stuff?
I've seen some of them. Yeah, I've seen a good bit of those.
They were okay, but I liked the 80s and 90s Batmans, like Batman Forever and stuff like that, where the ones with the nipples on the costumes. Do you remember that?
I don't know if I do.
There was it was like Batman and Robin, and for some reason the set designer, the costume designer decided to put nipples on their costume. It's so weird, dude. I don't
So
get it.
According to Hollywood, like Hollywood Reporter, top movie of all time is The Godfather.
I've never seen it.
Not neither. Number 2 though is Wizard of Oz. That's a good movie.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I've seen it before, but I can't really remember it.
And then Citizen Kane. I don't even know what that is, honestly. And then Shawshank Redemption, number 4. That's a pretty good movie.
Yeah, I think I've seen that movie.
And then Pulp Fiction. Never saw Pulp Fiction.
Never have either.
Casablanca. Never seen. The Godfather Part 2. E.T. You know I've never seen E.T.
So I haven't either, but my family has this tradition, and it's like a big thing in our family where we touch our fingers together, kind of like E.T. And that's how we say "I love you." And we didn't get it from E.T. I don't know why. I don't even know why we do it. Like my family's already done it with me, always done it with me and stuff like that. But now now my kids do it. My nieces and nephews do it. I don't know. It's just a weird thing.
Space Odyssey, Schindler's List, Star Wars.
Seen those. Obviously, Star Wars. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just watched Back to the Future like a couple of months ago. It was a good movie. I liked it.
Number 14 is Forrest Gump.
I've never seen that movie.
Really?
I've seen bits and pieces. Yeah, right. Bits and pieces.
Wow, that's a classic. And then To Kill a Mockingbird. It's a good movie. The only reason I've seen that is because I had to read the book in high school.
Yeah. Same. I didn't watch them. Well, I think they showed the movie to us in school, but I fell asleep or something. But we read the book.
I don't. Silence of the Lambs is on here. That's a pretty good one.
Jaws. I just saw Jaws,
Jaws.
for the first time this past year.
That's a pretty good one. Sound of Music is on there. I don't know.
So The Breakfast
get it,
Club is
but
on
I
there,
don't-
but I've never seen The
So,
Breakfast
are you on
Club.
the same list I am?
Yeah, I think so.
I just exited out. I saw one. Speaking of one of the actors in Breakfast Club, did you ever watch The Mighty Ducks?
Oh yes, there's a new one coming out.
What?
Yeah, on Disney Plus. And I don't understand the plot behind it. Almost makes it seem like the Mighty Ducks are like the bad guys now. But I might be having that totally wrong. It's about a kid who didn't make the team. And I don't know if that team is the Mighty Ducks or not. But I don't know. But the old coach comes back in, that actor you're talking about. I don't know his name.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's coming out on Disney Plus soon.
Dang. Did you remember the animation series they had on that?
No. Come on.
They had an animation
do.
series about Mighty Ducks. It was good.
Yeah. The Princess Bride, you ever seen that?
I've seen the Princess Diaries.
I have to. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I like that movie.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. Hey, that's I feel like we can agree with some of that. The low key stuff, like especially the song. It's like I'm Superman. No, Supergirl. Yeah, I'm Supergirl and I'm here to save the world. I've seen it all the time. Yeah. I want to know who's gonna save me. That's the one where she's like,
oh yeah,
Amelia, blah blah blah, Princess of Genovia.
Yeah,
right?
I remember that now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot.
You know what movie's good considering it's a cartoon? Cars. I always thought that was a good movie.
Caden and them watch it all the time, but I haven't seen it. Oh, I mean, I think I've seen it, but I don't know. It's okay, I guess. I like Mater, Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh yeah.
Supposedly, isn't he from Nebraska or something like that?
I think so.
It's not really like a Southern. It's like a Midwestern guy, not a Southern guy. There's a difference,
Yeah.
right?
Actually, I don't want to see. He might. I want to say he's from New York.
Oh, really? What? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. When I first heard that, I know it wasn't like a Southern state, whatever it was.
Yeah, Pawnee City, New England. No, Nebraska. Nebraska. I'm an idiot. You were right. I saw any and thought New England's not even a state.
Speaking of which, that's weird. Or I don't understand how that came to be. You have New England as the region,
Yeah.
but why are we still referring to it as New England? Even down to our football teams and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't.
I've never understood that. I think Brandy just realized with this past year that New England was not a state.
She thought we had 51 stars.
I don't know. I can't blame her. Bless her heart.
It's true.
It's confusing.
Yeah.
But Brandy, I don't want to talk bad about her. I ain't talking bad about her. But she does not. And maybe when she comes on the next episode, which we got a good response on YouTube about people wanting her to come back. Whenever she comes back, we'll ask her about her geography questions. She thought Russia was a continent. So it's it's.
Did you ever see the movie Rudy?
What is it?
The movie Rudy, one of my all-time favorite movies as well.
What is it about? I think so.
Notre Dame football player.
Man, I don't
walks
think so.
on. What? It's a good one.
So. Yeah, I don't think I have.
Brother, Where
Out.
Brother, Where Out. That's a good one.
I like that one. I don't like Christian movies.
Christian movie.
I know that's not a Christian movie, but I'm just saying.
I thought
you got me. You said something about football, and I was like, football movies, but because I love football in real life, but then Facing the Giants and other Christian movies, I hate them because their objective, I feel like, is just to make you cry.
The War Room, wasn't a fan. Was not a fan.
I don't remember
that one? Where this woman makes a room in her house to pray, and what gets me is she gets a knife put on her and she's getting robbed and she starts praying and the robber just runs away.
I believe God has the power to, the supernatural power to
Yeah.
turn people away and stuff like that. But
The way they did in the movie, you're like, don't know about that one.
I just don't like Christian movies. I just don't like movies that are aimed to cry. I don't like crying, So why would I watch them? Like a lot of times people are like, oh, such a good movie. I cried the whole time. I'm like, that seems like a horrible experience.
Why would you want to watch it?
Yeah, like no, I want to laugh the whole time, or I want my imagination to be going. Like I like the action stuff. I want to be entertained. I don't want to cry the whole time, man. Like that doesn't seem fun.
Did you ever see Radio?
I saw a bootleg version of it. Yeah, when it first came out, we got a bootleg version of it. My mom got it. It was like a snow day, and our neighbor's like, "Hey, we got the movie Radio." I'm like, "Well, it's still in theaters." She said, "No, I got you." And so we watched it, and it was so I kind of saw it, but I saw people moving in a theater and stuff like that. But
yeah,
it was okay. It was okay too. I was watching it with one of my friends, and she was crying the whole time.
I think it's a good movie if you actually saw the whole thing and not just people walking in front.
Oh man, yeah, that's yeah. But like I said, I love movies. I just started getting into movies versus TV shows.
I have to. I need to get more into them. I'm obviously out of the loop. Not watching Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Avengers, any of that stuff.
If I'm sitting down to watch TV, I'm watching YouTube most of the time. And I have these certain people I follow, and I just I feel like I get more entertainment out of YouTube than I do cable or a lot of TV
They're short
shows.
And sweet.
Yeah. So maybe another episode we'll talk about our favorite TV shows. TV shows.
Favorite.
My favorite TV shows.
My TV shows starring YJ Smith.
Star Wars. I can even make fun of myself, dude.
Oh man.
All right, so check us out again if you're listening on anywhere you listen to podcasts. We should be everywhere for the most part. If we're not on a certain place, one of your favorite listening platforms, let us know. We'll try to get on there. If you could give us a review on Apple, maybe subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you found any entertainment out of this, It Takes Three, and we usually have three.
It's one of those days today.
Yeah, just one of those days, man. But we appreciate y'all listening. We'll see you next time.
See ya.